Hey guys, today's video is going to be a tutorial on this cranberry themed look. I wanted to do something that's kind of like along with the holidays because we have Thanksgiving coming up and then Christmas. So excited. This is probably the easiest eyeshadow look that I've ever done on my channel. So yeah, I'm just going to hop right into it. Let's go. Okay you guys, so I already primed and moisturized my face with this stuff by Eve Pearl. It's the priming moisturizer treatment. And just gonna get this out of the way. If you guys see any glitter on my face, it's because I wore it yesterday and I cannot for the life of me get it off. So just ignore that. I wanted to show you guys something. This is the Eve Pearl Pro palette. So it's got like a ton of foundations and then it's got some concealers in it as well. I haven't really been using many of the foundations or concealers, but this thing right here, I thought it was like a correcting concealer, but it's a mattifier. So I've been putting it on before I put on my foundation and it just completely gets rid of my pores. It's so weird. Maybe I'll zoom you guys in all up close and personal. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So I'm just gonna take some on this little flat brush and just go over these pores in this area. Oh my god. It's amazing! I can't get over it. It like makes my pores completely disappear. Not completely, but you know. Gonna put some on this side. I really only have more noticeable pores like on either side of my nose, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna put some on my nose too, just for the hell of it. I also like to use my fingers sometimes too. It's just so weird. Look how smooth my skin looks right here now. It's amazing. I love this stuff. So I'm just going to go in and spot conceal with my NYX concealer palette in this yellow shade right here, like always. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like my skin has been looking better since that last video I posted, or maybe it was like 2 videos ago. The video where I'm wearing like the pink wig. And my skin looked so bad in the intro, but I feel like it's looking a little bit better today. And I think the only thing that I've really been using that's different is the Pixi Glow Tonic, which is like a exfoliating toner type thing. I've had it for a while, but I just never really used it on a day-to-day basis. So I've been using it every night and morning for the past like 3 or 4 days, however long since I made that video. And I feel like my skin looks a little bit better, so I don't know. I hope it's helping. Okay, I think for foundation today I'm going to use my Revlon Color Stay. This is in the color 150 Buff. I haven't used this one in a while. I almost just fell off my chair. Just going to dot it all over my face. And since this is a pretty full coverage foundation, I'm just going to go straight in with the Beauty Blender. Usually I like to spread it out with a brush first and then just lightly go over it with this guy. By the way, yesterday, I can't remember what I was watching or reading, but I heard that the Beauty Blender soaks up 60% of your makeup or your product. That's crazy. I think I was watching Nicole Guerrero's video. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But I mean, it's obvious that this soaks up a lot of product, but didn't know it was that much. Man, this glitter is making me so mad. I used makeup remover wipes. I used the Clinique makeup remover thing. I used coconut oil. Usually glitter is not too hard for me to get off, but this one. So I'm going to use my Anastasia concealer. This is in 0.5. I'm just going to dab this really lightly underneath my eyes. Also just going to run some down my nose and on my chin and my forehead just to highlight a little bit. This concealer usually works really well as a eye primer too, so I always just take whatever's left over on the Beauty Blender and just really lightly rub it over my eyes. Okay, I think I'm good on foundation and concealer, so instead of using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, which I pretty much use in like every video, I'm going to switch it up a little bit and use this Cameo powder by Ben Nye. It's the luxury powder. You guys have probably heard all about the banana powder by Ben Nye because that was reportedly what Kim Kardashian's makeup artist used on her, so this got really popular because of that. But this is just in a lighter, like neutral pink color, suits fair skin a lot more than the banana powder would. Someone asked the other day if I have this product and if I like it as much as the Laura Mercier one. I really do like this stuff, but I like the Laura Mercier one better. It's just more finely milled and it feels a lot softer on your skin. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. This is by Furless Cosmetics, and I'm just going to dust away any of that excess powder. And then I'm going to take my Inglot 504 sculpting powder and I'm just going to use this to contour with the Royal & Langnickel C120 brush. Oh, by the way, I think I'm going to film my next tattoo makeup tutorial in a few days or so, maybe next week sometime. So if you guys have any suggestions on things that you want me to do tattoo-wise, let me know because it's hard trying to come up with ideas for that. But yeah, just leave me a comment if you have something in mind that you would like to see, and if you see a comment that you like that you would also like to see, just thumbs it up so I know which one is the most popular, I guess. So I think for a highlight today, I'm going to take this Ofra Illuminating Blush Stripes Quad. I usually just go for the white one right here, but I think I'm going to mix it with like the top pink and the bottom pink too. So mixing all three of these shades is just going to give more of a pink highlight because that's the look that we're going for today with the berry colors. So for blush, I'm actually going to go into my Smashbox Masterclass 2 palette, which I really don't like, so I never really use it, but I do like the blushes in it. I'm going to go into this dark pink down here. It's the closest thing that I have to like a berry toned blush. So I'm just picking this up on the Real Techniques Multitask brush. So on my brows, I like to use a mix of two different things. They're both the Dip Brows by Anastasia, but one is in taupe and one is in auburn. So the eyeshadows I'm going to be working with today are from the Suva Beauty Neutral Necessity palette. I don't know if this is available yet, but it will be soon. If it's not right now, I will check and I'll list it down below. Suva is really, really generous to me, and they always send me new products when they launch them, so I'm really excited to be able to test this out. So anyways, these are all neutral matte colors, obviously, so I'm going to take this guy over here. This is Shanghai Nights, and I'm going to take it on this big fluffy Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm just going to use this as a base eyeshadow all over my lids. This is just going to help everything else blend really nicely over the top. I'm going to go into this kind of neutral pinky gray brown color. I don't know how else to describe it. It's called Turkish Bath. I'm going to take this on the Smith 232. I'm just going to blend this into the crease. This is going to be our transition shade. I'm really only going to use this color and the berry color, so you guys definitely don't need this palette. If you have a transition shade that you like and a berry toned eyeshadow, then that'll be just fine. This really is going to be like the easiest eyeshadow tutorial ever. So now I'm going to take this shade, it's called Islander. It's a perfect like pink berry color, and I'm going to take it on the Medium Sweeper E54 by Sigma. So I'm just going to start laying it down on my lid, and I'm going to pack it all the way up to the crease. Not going to extend it past the crease because I just want to blend it in with that first shade that we put up there. So I'm going to take the Smith 230 brush, I'm going to dip it back into this berry color just really lightly, and I'm going to look down like this, and I'm going to blend this into the crease. And I'm doing really small, quick circular motions like this all the way across the crease. And then I switch and do windshield wiper motions too. I'm just going to go back in with the Smith 232 and this light color up here. I'm just going to blend out the crease even more. So now I'm going to go onto the lower lash line, and I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing that we did up here, down here. So I'm going to take this berry color again on the Sigma E54, and I'm just going to place this underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to take this smaller blending brush and I'm going to dip it in the lighter pink, and I'm just going to blend out the lower lash line. I like my lower lash line pretty smoky, so if you guys don't, then you can just skip this blending step and just apply a smaller amount of the darker berry color. So before I move on to the next step, I'm just going to take my finger, I'm going to dip it in this one right here, and just apply it on my lid, focusing in the center to make it more of a darker color. I feel like these eyeshadows apply pretty well with the finger. So I'm going to be putting a pigment all over my lids, and this is the Sin Cosmetics Contempt. I think these are like $5 online. I'm going to apply this using the Smith 256, and I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus. You don't have to, but I just feel like this helps with fallout. And then I'm just going to apply this right over the lid, and I'm making sure to not get this in the crease. If I get this too far up on my lid, sometimes it'll transfer up to my crease when I blink or when I look up or whatever. So I'm just focusing it right in this area. And this isn't glittery or anything, but it just really does add a nice kind of sparkle to your lid. Okay, so once I have enough on there, I'm just going to take some more, and I'm going to take it on the side of the brush like this. I'm going to drag it underneath my lower lash line. So now I'm just going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone, so I'm just going to take this pure white matte color up here. Usually when I do looks that have a pretty excessive amount of shimmer or anything on the lid, I tend to stay away from the shimmery highlight just because I feel like sometimes that can be overwhelming. And I'm just going to pack this on the inner corner and right underneath the brow. Instead of winged eyeliner, I'm just going to stamp a black eyeshadow along my lash line, so I'm just going to take this one right here, and I'm going to take it on this really tiny Royal & Langnickel flat eyeliner brush. So I'm basically just stamping this along my lash line pretty close to my lashes. I don't want it to be super thick. Basically I'm just doing this because I'm going to be wearing false eyelashes, and it just helps to disguise the band. So I'm just going to apply some mascara. I'm using a sample size of the Clinique High Impact Mascara. I'm just going to coat my upper and lower lashes. The lashes I'm going to be wearing today are these Esquito BFF lashes. You can find pretty similar ones to these at the drugstore in terms of natural looking ones. I would go for the Ardell or Kiss brand. Anyways, gonna move on to the lips, and I'm gonna use these two guys by ColourPop. One is the lip pencil and one is the lippy stick, and this is in the color LBB. This is a really perfect berry color. It's just a little bit darker than what we have going on the eyes, but I don't know why I haven't tried ColourPop. until now. I got this in the Beautycon BFF box. These are just amazing and I'm really, really happy that I got these. Alright guys, so that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed my more simple take on holiday makeup. Let me know what you think and if you have any suggestions for anything else, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!